How's she going, eh? Um, Been slacking a bit, but got the frost plugs put in today, and they were tight. They were crazy tight. Um, I even used an 80 grit sanding roll cleaning up all the stuff, and they were tight and they were hard to get in straight. But I got them in, and it's going to be full of concrete anyhow, so who cares? But they're in and sealed. I always use sealant on them. I've heard there's rumors or ideas going around not to seal them because if your engine block freezes, they won't pop out. As far as I'm concerned, if your engine block freezes, you're an idiot and you deserve to have a crack block. So, yeah, unless you like changing frost plugs with the motor and the chassis because it's pissing everywhere, put them in dry. Um, I think if you had a very nice block, some Indian head or something would work fine, but old motors, they have some pitting and scoring and corrosion on them. I recommend using RTV Ultra Black or Ultimate Black. That's just me. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So yeah, highly recommend putting sealant on when you install them, unless you like spending more time than it took to build the motor, putting a frost plug in with it behind your headers. But yeah, I got that in. Got all the cam bearings in. They're Durabond. They fit just beautiful. They weren't too tight, they weren't too loose, they were just nice. And all my holes aligned quite well. Anyhow, that one goes at an angle pretty good, but you get the picture. Well, there we go. So yeah, some guys go crazy about cam bearings, like the oiling hole is covered by 10% and they're redoing it. That's bullshit. I've taken so many motors apart that were factory cam bearings and the holes are like half covered or even more, and there's never been a problem. I got full flow on all of them, but don't cry if you have the hole, slightly covered, like let's say a third covered. I wouldn't worry about it one bit. But yeah, I got that in. So looking pretty good. Gonna get a mud mixer this week because mine's all gross and dirty, and mix up some hard block on a drill and get all that sorted out. These are the heads my buddy has. This is a spare one he's got. So instead of using the pig iron heavy pig to keep the block true while the mud sets up, he gave me a bare head. So these are, I think they're just an Edelbrock kind of rebadged, but they're a magnum head, but they're Mopar heads, and they're very nice. The ones we're gonna run, he did some grinding around the valve guides and stuff already because that part of them isn't too shit hot. But yeah, he cleaned them up a bit. As always with the Mopar, the worst friggin' thing about them is that push tube slot. Like it's already, I think he massaged his a little bit, but they're paper thin. I think he even had the epoxy one. They're already very thin, and that's what chokes off the intake side. Exhaust side is absolutely gorgeous on them. Nice straight shot. But yeah, if you guys know anything about these heads, let me know, because they seem like they're kind of unheard of. But like I say, this is just the spare he's got, and I'm just going to use it. We already checked it with a straight edge. It's true as true can be. So I'm going to use it like an alignment plate when the mud sets up so it doesn't distort the block. But yeah, coming along. Hopefully the cam gets here in the next month, and should be looking pretty good. And get her wrapped up and buttoned up. Alright, have a good one. Till next time, eh?